Hey guys, welcome to another episode of VTEC Academy. You're about to get schooled. Alright, I'm standing in front of an old Hasport project car. This one's been around for quite a while. This was my CRX, gosh, I don't know, probably back in 2005, I'm guessing. Originally it was ZC powered, then it was B16 powered, then it was B16 supercharged powered, then it was K20 powered, then K24 powered, then K24 supercharged powered, then J35 powered, and now we've got another change. This time around, we're doing a J30, which is the Accord motor from the 2003 to 2007 Accord, and it is going to be supercharged. This is going to be a drive-by-wire conversion, and it's actually got quite a bit of stuff going on here. So I'm just going to review the project real quick before we get into what we're doing on it right now. So first of all, like I said, it's a J30. J30s are the drive-by-wire Accord one. You can tell they have the single outlet throttle body. So we actually wound up making a custom header for that. Scott, one of our fabricators, did some work doing the flanges, getting the header pipe. You guys helped him weld it, right?
Yeah.
So Chris and Roy helped him weld it all together, but it's a pretty elaborate header down there, but it's just a single tube. We opted for that because it was going to give us a little bit extra room. The other thing is it's got power steering on this particular car. Power steering is always nice. We actually have a power steering rack in this. Comes off an automatic EF sedan. So power steering is nice with all the weight. We're going to be running a pretty big tire. I also did something kind of crazy. I took and made a custom shortened clutch cable because on this particular car, because it's a hydraulic clutch, we have the Hasport clutch master adapter. It mounts down on the side of the frame rail, and the clutch cable goes in there, and it actually is responsible for operating the master cylinder. I don't want to show you how it works. If I push on it, it's going to squirt hydraulic fluid out and ruin my day. But we made this this particular item is basically a Hasport product that allows us to use a clutch cable with a hydraulic master cylinder. Some of the other things we've done, go ahead and slow it down. Okay, if you look here on the firewall, you will see this right here. This is the accelerator pedal position sensor. It comes from the 2003 to 7 V6 Accord, and basically I modified one of the Accord throttle cables. I shortened it. It's what operates the accelerator pedal position sensor, and that in turn feeds the ECU. The ECU we're going to be running is from a, I believe it's 2004. No, it might be 2007. It's a TL, and basically it's the one TL J series ECU that Honda makes a Flash Pro for. So that's what ECU we're going to be running in this car. It is a manual 6-speed. It's two-wheel drive. I know a lot of cool stuff going on right now is all-wheel drive. By the way, if we decided to switch this to all-wheel drive, this bracket actually does work with the all-wheel drive transmission. So if we were to find a manual 6-speed all-wheel drive transmission, we could bolt that straight in the way this car sits. Of course, it's using the Hasport J series, EF J series mount kit. We've done a few other things to it. It's got a bigger fuel pump and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and pull off the front bumper. So you may notice we've got a Rotrex supercharger on this. This is actually a bracket I made a few years ago with Oscar Jackson to try to do the J series, make a Rotrex work with a J series engine. That's what we're going to be doing with this. We're looking to get hopefully about 450 horsepower. That should be enough to power us past most of the Vipers and Corvettes we find out there on the racetrack. But anyway, this is our current project car, and let's get to it, guys.
Alright, so I had to get it out of the pipe there. So what Brian had kind of wanted me to do here is we were working on this intercooler, and we're making the ends custom, you know, because we kind of chopped the ends off of this one. This one was kind of sticking straight out the side. We had to do the back door exit, so I don't really know what to do about the end pieces there. I'm kind of learning as I go, but I know how to stick metal together. So I went ahead and cut these up. This is for the back door, and then we're gonna bead roll this one ourselves. And from Sammy welding on, Roy's working on drawing up the pieces right now for the sides of it. But what you know about it?
3 inches.
Things that we have to do now is make kind of a custom intercooler. We obviously didn't make this crap, but we chopped the ends off, so more or less our idea is to center it. Roy went ahead and made some paper versions of the ends here, so I went ahead and cut the tubing up, and the paper versions of the end tanks that Roy made, Brian just took them to the computer. He's going to draw them up in SolidWorks, but essentially we'll just have our own little backdoor intercooler set up right there, have the end tank kind of coming in there to, you know, push air in there. And this other tube is going to go on the other side, just like that. It was up higher, so we had to obviously cut it off and drop it down, and then use some couplers. So once Brian gets that drawn up, we can get it on the laser, we can get it cut, and then I can get to welding and make it look clean and custom.
So now that Brian's off doing his design work, we can focus on getting this exhaust fabbed up. So what's
well, pretty much what we had to do is, obviously this is like a test pipe section. Brian wants the possibility of running a cat later, you know, for emissions and stuff. So if you notice, it's hard to see because of the camera obviously, but this pipe comes centered down the exhaust tunnel, and our flange is a little offset, so we needed to scoot the exhaust over, and we had some exhaust piping laying around that had some bends in it, so we just cut it partway through the bend, so it's, I don't know, like a 10-degree left and a 10-degree right. And I'll pretty much cut the exhaust up here, weld this on, kind of clock how I need to, and then we'll just find some straight section and attach a new flange that can bolt up to that style. Actually, no, we can just weld that straight on.
Yeah, we can probably just weld that.
So yeah, just throw this in here, add some straight pipe in there. That way, if we need to, we can add a cat later, but this will get us on the road for now. Why don't you try hitting some of that peanut butter blaster?
Peanut butter blaster? No. It's the same.
I just care about my safety.
You don't care about my safety?
Don't you have camera guy insurance?
I see how it is.
Yeah, camera guy insurance. There we go.
No, because I made it on got enough.
Yeah, and then you got all this other junk you gotta take off.
Oh, that was
Oh, too bad.
anticlimactic.
All right, so he cut the pipe down. I want to say about like an inch, maybe an inch and a half, and then we're gonna end up welding that bent pipe back on here so we can align everything back up. But we need to put this back on here so we can see where we're at, and then we'll tack everything up, and then we'll weld it. Let Chris weld. We'll go ahead and let's take this off and we'll go ahead and weld this one first.
Flange.
Yep, we'll just weld this one on there, and then when we bring it back, we can just cut what we need to. And the other piece. All right, cool. Looks like we're lined up.
Yeah, fits pretty man. So gonna have to go and I already cleaned up my section of pipe, so we'll just deburr that section so we get a nice clean weld. And we'll go ahead and weld this end up, and then the exhaust is finished. So it's by tightening it up back here, it kind of separated a little bit at the dummy gasket, so it's going to leak. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to just chop it here and straighten the flange out, and then kind of use a little bit of a pie cut to get that slight little angle. That was my suggestion in the first place, but we tried this, and although this did work and made it a little bit quicker for us to get the angle in there, now we just got to get that little bit of a down slope. So cut a little bit of a pie and fill it.
Good on that side. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so that concludes the exhaust section of this thing. We still have some work to do on the intercooler, both the intakes and the mounting of it. But we've got our exhaust tacked in place. It's got a nice straight shot, so we can add a catalytic converter if we want to later on. Right now, we're going to go ahead and conclude for this week. And when we come back next time, we're going to go ahead and finish up our intercooler piping. Anyway, thanks for joining us here at VTEC Academy. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button down below and head on over to the VTEC Academy website. That's VTECacademy.com or VTEC.Academy, and check out some of our cool sweatshirts. Winter weather is approaching and you might want something warm. Thanks for joining us.